is that he went a step further to provide a classification of who the terrorist is in Nigeria. He identified the Boko Haram insurgents. He identified bandits or kidnappers. And then he added a third category. He said members of Ipob, except he was quoted out of context. Well, that may be a bit controversial. People may agree with him that, yes, the insurgents are terrorists. They shouldn't be mollycoddled. The kidnappers, are also criminals who should be dealt with. But the third category, I think, is likely to be controversial because there are persons who will tell you that Ipob is not a criminal organization, that Ipob is a self-determination group. But what he was able to convey is the depth of his concern about how Nigeria should apply the laws, and the laws are there. I wouldn't think that he's recommending jungle justice. But okay, he has made this point. He has talked about the military trying to be careful. But what is important, I hope, for President Buhari is the takeaway, in terms of how the security situation in the country has not really improved. I think it was on Monday I wrote a piece, back page of This Day, and I was talking about, the third mainland bridge in Lagos becoming a suicide bridge. Now, one of my friends, Dr. Baba Ahmed, Dr. Baba Adam, he sent me a response saying that, look, you are talking about people committing suicide in Lagos. Okay, yes, suicide is a problem, but go and check the northern part of Nigeria. That in this month of December alone, that over 250 people have been killed, over 204 have been kidnapped. That there is bigger tragedy in the northern part of Nigeria. Yes. And he provided the statistics with names, with reports by the police. So it's a very serious problem. Very. And we hope that the relevant authorities, will address this because it's only in the context of security that the welfare of the people can be guaranteed and the stability of the country can be assured.
So guys, this is exactly what a lot of people have been talking about. This man, I don't know, he's just been talking the way he feels like talking. Of course, he's within his rights to say whatever he wants to say, and people will come out to counter or agree with him in whatever he must have said. When he was trying to compare Boko Haram, bandits, Esme, and Ipob, that they're on the same category. They're in the same category, rather. And a lot of people came out and said, no, that it is really, really controversial. Nobody wants to agree to that. Even the Nigerian government knows quite well that they are just trying to rope these people in. From the way he was talking, that bandits should be dealt with, should be this, should be that. How did they come in the first place? Because now they want to play like a good people. How did they come to be in the first place? And it's a dry joke that he was cracking, that the whole of Kaduna can feed the Igbos in the southeast, that it's just a tiny space in Kaduna that they have insecurity. So for people to not generalize as if the whole Kaduna is boiling, those are the statements that are just very, very, very insensitive statements. And this same man was the same person that talked about this. He talked about some people will go back in body bags, and I'm sure that statement is being, reserved for him in a cooler for him, because they just talk anyhow. You are not even sensitive to the plight of those who, whether they are from the minority, whether from small area, you think that in as much is happening in small area, insecurity is happening in a smaller place, so it is not really a big deal. It is not really a big deal. One person dies, you think it's not a big deal. Not talk of two people, not talk of 5, 10, 15, 20, and the manner at which they die does not give you concern, and it does not tell you that even if at all, which we don't, I don't even want to believe all of those things just to justify their failures when it comes to insecurity. That's it. That is just it. You are not equating Ipob and this thing, because when they are just talking about a Boko Haram or they are talking about terrorists, they will just immediately fear. These are the people that they were not even bold enough to talk about them before now. I'm talking about the bandits and the so-called Boko Haram. But because they want to include, they just want to get at Igbos, they will just quickly include IPOB. The same set of people will come and tell you that, you don't expect where there is a chaos, that they are expecting people to vote for them or to consider having Igbo presidency. Is this how they are going to rule the country if they at least they said if there's any region that does not even deserve to have presidency, it's supposed to be their place. When you talk of all the vices, the rubbish that is being attached to Nigeria as a country, it's coming from there. Talk about poverty, talk about illiteracy, talk about what is it called again? Insecurity. It is embedded there. We have isolated cases in other places, but when you talk about the highest percentage, is coming from them. And we have asked this question. Somebody who is a terrorist, can you see an Ipob member? So they can come out and tell you I'm an Ipob member. But do you know that they still want to dehumanize them? They want to suppress them. Just like the actor came out the other day. She went to Lago. He was so proud, put on the attire. But they just want to make sure that you don't wear this uniform or this their flag, the color of their flags or anything related to them. It's an act of terrorism just to demonize these people. Who among the bandits can come out and tell you that oh yes, I'm a Boko Haram member, and you expect people to stay around them? It's not possible. Can they even enter flight? Can they even book flight from one country to another? They can't do that. The same Elrufai telling us that these guys are business people. That bandits, forget that bandits. You don't before the court now order the government. Even the government has not been able to officially declare them as bandits. But that is just what the court has said. He said, oh, these bandits are just businessmen. They are just businessmen. Now, the people that he said they are businessmen now, since they have been proscribed as terrorist groups, he's now coming out to tell us that, hey, let them kill them. You can't say I don't believe in repentant Boko Haram. If you are just talk about the Boko Haram and the bandits, all this wouldn't have been coming up. Like Abati, it does not agree. For the fact that one is just trying to be sitting on the fence, he say, oh, a lot of people will not agree, and I'm sure he himself does not agree. He does not agree, because if really he does agree, he wouldn't have even made mention of that. He does not agree with that statement by Rufai that Ipob, which is controversial. Every other group that he mentioned, yes, people know that definitely they are terrorist group. So that is how this guy just creates problems here and there. They are the ones that will create problems, and they would now come out and be blowing hot air, spitting fire that yes, this and that is a lie. Go and check deep down. They will not be far away from what is happening. It's unfortunate. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what Abati said, and let's do your thoughts in the comment section.